going on, my YouTube viewers? Sir Vapes a Lot, live in the house. Today we're going to talk about coils. More importantly, how to replace the coils. If you guys don't know, which you guys probably do know, these coils come in a pack of 5. I don't know, they're about 25 bucks. A little expensive for my blood. Okay, now these coils aren't really made to be recoiled. Okay, now this set, Kangertech here, does come with a bunch of different instructions, like nobody cares. And there's some coils that are already rebuilt, and it actually comes with that coil right there, which is a rebuildable coil, and that's never been touched. So today we're going to rebuild the Kangertech 0.5 coil, the one that's not meant to be replaced. Okay, the one that's not meant to be recoiled. I don't know if you guys can see in there the lighting, but I assure you this one was redone. Okay, don't look at that. It's kind of a quick one. We're just going to do a quick sloppy build of a coil. We're going to make a coil something to look like that. Okay, and we're going to slide it into this guy. We're going to check it out, see how yellow my liquid looks there. Okay, now I'm not endorsing this company by any means or anything. I like this taste. Made in Ontario, Canada here. This is a 12 Monkey Kanzi. I just like this taste. Okay, but you see the color difference there? Where is it? See that brown? And see how that's clear? I assure you that what's in there came out of here. Okay, so that's not the liquid turning colors. That's the actual coil itself. So let's get started in this coil replacement here. One last hit of this dirty, nastiness. Alright. First, disconnect the sub tank. Okay? You guys know this. If you guys don't know this, you guys shouldn't be watching this. Okay? Let's put all this stuff away. Let's clear off our table. Okay? Now, I tried this on a bunch of different ways. I'm using, right here, using this Kanthal here. It's, 100 feet, bought off eBay, 24 gauge. Okay, now I also have 26 gauge wire that I've been using. This is actually, it's a little bit thinner, but I've been hitting around about an ohm. As many twists, if I go like 5 or 6 twists, 6 twists is like an ohm and a half. If I go like 5 twists, it's about 1 ohm solid. I'm going to see with this thicker wire if I can bring the ohms down. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what the hell's going to happen, but I already made one here. Okay, so that's pretty much ready to go. Okay, so first thing you do, you take your sub tank out. Okay, actually, I'm going to go clean this. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just washed this bad boy out. I took some of that bad juice out of it, that spoiled juice, as I like to say. Just get in there with some Q-tips. Try to get as much of it as you can out, because you don't really want that bad juice in a new coil. Okay, so I'm going to take the base. I'm going to unscrew the base. Okay, actually, if you want, you can even get in there a little bit and clean it up. I don't really care too much about to clean it up, you know. You can get in there. Okay, and then we're left with the coil. The used black, see the blackness in there? Okay, and you can see that when they're new. Okay, here's a new one. So that's white. See how that's black? This coil's had it. It's starting to taste pretty shitty, so I want to replace it. Okay, so these coils aren't really made to be replaced, but we can do it. First piece is this top piece here. You want to kind of just get your finger under it and just pull it off just like that. Okay, it comes with a gasket there too. Okay, I'm going to have to separate that. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm going to change the camera angle. Hold on, guys. Alright guys, we're back. I think this is a little bit better for you guys to see. I don't know what I was thinking, but you want to pull this out. You know what? You can just, in theory, you can actually just pull all this out. Look at the blackness on that. You see that? You see all that black? That's a burnt out coil. Look at the cotton on that. So it's all black. Okay. This is what the cotton looks like. Okay. Look how black this thing is. Okay. So we're gonna pull out the old cotton. Okay. And we're gonna pull out the old coil. Okay. And we're gonna try to get out as much cotton as we can here. Maybe get in there with some tweezers. If it works. I don't know if it's going to work. There we go. There's some more. There we go. She's nice and clean. Okay. Nothing in there. Okay. You can see right through to the other side. See that? Okay. Nothing inside. Okay. So now we're starting off with the bare bones here. Alright. I just want to separate this. Okay. And you just want to pop that out like that. Okay, so don't lose these pieces. You don't want to lose this, and you don't want to lose this. Okay, guys? Don't lose them. Okay? I'm going to put these aside for now. Okay? Now, I already got a coil made. Look at the old one, eh? How burnt it is. See that? You guys can see that. See how burnt it is? Terrible. Anyway, that's the color of what the coil should look like. Okay, so this cotton, everything has had it. It's actually starting to taste pretty bad. So I already have one made. I did 4 twists on it. I just found that it's less chances of, once you put this inside, that it will not touch the sides of this, because that's, if it touches the sides, it's going to short out. It's not going to work. So I'm probably going to use that coil, but I will show you very quickly how I did wrap the coil. So I just grabbed one of these screwdrivers here, and this is about a 1/8 diameter here. So I took the actual Kenthal here, and I kind of put it on an angle like this. And actually what I did was I gave it an extra wrap up here, just to kind of hold it in place while I'm wrapping it. Okay, so now it's nice and strong. Okay, so I take it and I do 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to do 4. And I take all this stuff down and I just compress it in. See that? Now it doesn't have to be, it's not a science, you know what I mean? And I just compress it down. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I'm just compressing that coil down. Okay, so now I'm going to, well, I still have this on here because you kind of need the stability there. Okay, just unroll that part, straighten her out. Okay, and there you go. That's pretty much it for the coil section. Okay, that's pretty much how you just make the coil. You can even take it out, turn it around, and do the other side, and kind of compress it. Alright, there you go. Now, obviously, I used way too much. I could probably get 2 coils out of that. Some guys are going to be killing me in the comment section below. So, try to straighten that out a bit. Okay, now you guys can use size cutters, whatever, but I find that nail clippers work just fine. See how quick that was? Alright, so there's your coil there. Okay, you want a little bit of gapping in between. You don't really want it touching. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I mean, like, it's not a terrible job. There you go. Camera's having a shit fit here. Okay, but I'm going to use this one anyway. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to hold your old coil like this. Okay, and what I've been doing is feeding it through the top of the actual coil itself, pinching these 2 guys together. Okay, and see how it came out. Okay, now you kind of want it to be centered with these holes. See those holes there? It's okay. So what I do is I take a screwdriver I'm actually holding it like this, so now that coil is not going anywhere, okay? So that's totally wrapped around the coil, as you can see there, okay? So over here, there's actually 2 notches on the back, one there and one there. Okay, so one coil, it doesn't matter which side, one leg of the coil, one lead actually, is going to be bent over here. Okay, then you want to put your rubber grommet in over this coil, sorry, over this lead, and then if it goes on, ideally you would like to get this on. She'll go. You're just going to need some time. There you go. Okay. It's going to look like that, and this part's just hanging out. Okay, and I'm in the groove there on the side. Now for the other side, you want to take this part of the coil, this lead, and bend it into right there. See how it's kind of bending in there? Okay. Then you want to take your connector here, the little silver piece, okay, and you want to push it in here. See? And push it in all the way. That's going to hold everything in place. Once you get to that point, you want to press down very hard to flatten everything out. Okay? Okay. Alright, so you want to make sure that's pressed down pretty good. Then you can remove the screw if you want. Some people like to cut these off. You can actually twist these off. So you can actually just twist these off, okay, instead of cutting them off, because it's kind of hard to get them flush. So I find if you actually just grab it and let friction twist them right off, it actually works a little better there. Just keep going back and forth, back and forth. That's what she said. Alright, almost there, and she's off, okay, so she's nice and flush there. Now you could trim these with side cutters or pinchers and get in there, whatever, okay? Just make sure that those are totally off, okay? Now you kind of want to take a look at it from the inside. You want to make sure, I don't know if my camera's going to look good on this, but you guys get the gist of it. You guys can see it there, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put it on my base, okay? And I'm going to check the resistance. I'm going to check how many ohms I made this coil to be. Now this thing has an indicator on it, this vape, that allows me to check, it actually has a readout of the resistance. So, okay, actually let it burn up a bit. See that? You just want to give it a couple burns. Take anything off the aluminum, just pulse it a bit. Okay, now that is actually reading a 0.5 on there. I don't know if you guys can see it. I really wish you guys can see this. I don't know if you guys can see that. You guys see that? 0.5 right at the bottom there. See that? 0.5, 0.05. So yeah, so that's exactly where I want it. Okay, you can see that it's relit up. So now, how do you get the cotton in? Okay, so you can let that cool down a little bit, hopefully, or it can be brave like me. And you just want to unscrew the coil here. Sorry, the sub-tank base. Okay, sorry guys, the camera's a little crappy right now. Okay, so that's pretty hot. So what I could do is I can actually put this in here like this and use that to crank. Okay, now it's time to get the cotton in here. So you want to get some cotton. I'm using a Japanese cotton. This actually came with my Kenthal. So you don't want to cheap out with the cotton. You want to get a nice nice cotton here to retain some of that juice. Okay, and you just want to cut yourself a nice little piece. Go a little bit thicker there, see? Alright. Okay, so now what you want to do is take this guy out, and you want to take one end of the cotton, okay, take whatever the hell that is out, some seed or something. You want to kind of fluff it out a little bit. Alright, you kind of want to make it really fluffy, okay? Okay, you don't want it to be too tight and compressed. Okay, now what I do is I take the one end of it, and I give it a nice wrap. Actually pinch the shit out of it, okay, just like that. Okay, and then all I do, hopefully, if this fits, is I actually run it right through. I hope this goes in all the way. This is harder to do on camera because I'm trying to make sure everything's on camera here. And you want to actually just pull that through. And if it's giving you a hard time to go through, what I like to do is actually kind of turn it as it's going in, you know, so just keep twisting and twisting, you know, so it kind of follows those coils there. You can see it's really getting to the fat part of that now. Okay. We're almost there, guys. A couple more twists. Obviously, you can do this a lot quicker when you're not trying to show how to do this. So, okay, so you just want to fluff out your cotton a bit more. Okay, now what I like to do is just move it back and forth a bit. Okay, try to get the burrs all coming out of that cotton in the center of that coil. You can see it. It's all starting. Okay. Okay, and that actually looks pretty good. Okay. So now what you want to do is you want to take a pair of scissors. Okay. You actually want to cut, I'd say about that much. Okay. So you want a little bit of that hanging off. And you want to cut it not super close, but you know, so about that far there. Okay. Now what I typically do is I take a piece of Kenthal and I just kind of fluff it out a bit, you know, so it's not so compressed, you know, just a little bit. Okay. Actually trim a little bit more of this off. Now, to be honest, I've actually seen guys leave it like this and just put it right in their sub tank like this, and it's actually soaked up the juice a lot easier, eh? I'm going to take a little bit more off, just a little bit, not too much. Okay, a little bit more off on this side. That's a little thick. Okay, this might help you guys in a jam, or if you guys don't get paid till next week or some shit like that. Who knows? Okay. And as I'm trying to put it in, I'm kind of fluffing it out too. The same sense. Okay, I kind of leave it out just a bit, you know. Kind of grab it. Kind of grabs that juice in the tank, you know. So there we go. There's that side. Okay. Let me turn over this side. I'm going to fluff it out a bit. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna put it in there. Now, if you go a little light on the cotton here, what's gonna happen is the juice is gonna go through here, and you're gonna get a mouthful of juice every time you go to puff. So that's not very fun. Not very fun at all. Okay. So there you go. Your coil is done. Okay. So now you take your juice, give it a little shake. I like to, you know. Okay. Okay, you always got to make sure that you prime your coil here. Okay, you give it a little shot right there, right in the center. Okay, guys, give it a little shot there. I give it about 2 drops, you know. I don't go too crazy, okay? I go here, give it a little bit here, just to get it ready for accepting that good e-juice liquid sauce. That's a little bit too much. Wipe a little bit off. Okay, get this. Throw her back on the base. Okay, right there. Alright, then I take my my tank here. Yeah, so you know what, guys, this is a great way of saving some money. Okay, because those coil sets, they're like, I don't know what, 25 bucks a piece, Canadian. You might get lucky and get them on a bid on eBay, or you know. But by the time it comes in shipping, you might be smoking burnt juice for about a week, you know. So you don't want that. So okay, like that. Alright, you take your beautiful coil that you just made, you throw it in your tank, like that. A little bit of tightness, let it sit a bit. Okay, a bit of a wipe because this stuff does get sticky, you get all over you. I just want to clean up the inside there, like see all that? That's from the old stuff, eh? So how clear that is now? Looks like water. Okay, you want this to sit about 30 seconds, 40 seconds, the longer the better. If you want to, you know, you let it sit in there for friggin' overnight, probably be the best, but see, we're still on 0.5. Oh yeah, we're still on 0.5 here. 3.9 volts per reading. I don't know if you guys can see it. You guys can see that. Yeah, you guys probably can't see that. What do you guys think? I should take a hit? And I'm going to do it. But I'm going to bring it down from 30. It's right at 30 right now. I'm going to start it off a little slow, okay? And let's start it at about 14 watts, okay, at 0.5. Alright. Tastes better than burnt, that's for sure. Alright, handled 14 like nothing. Let's bring it up to 20. Very, very tasty. Tastes excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's bring it up to about 30 here. Let's bring it up to 25 first. There's no burnt, it tastes very juicy. Okay. Let's bring it up now to about 30. I don't want to go too high. Yeah, so guys, you know what? You guys can buy these replacement, you know, like there's no need. You can have the same head over and over and over and over and over for like the rest of your life. You don't even need to buy these, guys. You know, all you need is some cotton and some wire. Like this is enough to do over 150 coils. You know, between that and this, you know what? You're good for 6 months. Hopefully, you stop smoking by then. Anyway, put this back in there. All right, let's try the hit at 30 now. Absolutely excellent, excellent, excellent. So that's how you rebuild your OCC replacement coil. This is how you rebuild it from the Kangertech for 0.5. Okay, so let's recap. I did about 4 or 5 wraps. The more you go, I don't know why it goes higher. And I'm using A1 Cantho wire 24 gauge. There you go. All right. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, it's a hell of a lot better than that. Look at that. It's pretty gross and grimy. Anyway, guys, yeah, please like, comment, share, subscribe to this channel, okay? Maybe you guys have another little trick for me that I don't know about. Okay, so this is Sir VAPES ALOT signing out, and put one in the air. I know sure as hell I will.